Hello warriors, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about
a murder in an elevator and what should we do with it. Keep watching to find out.
What about the elevators? Well, we can see that it's not very fun thing to be here. It's very small, it's very closed. We are mostly looking for running away from the knife, but now we don't have anywhere to run. So it is a very dynamic situation, but it is very close to reality because we don't have to be always talking about elevators. It can be, I'm just sitting in a bus and all of a sudden someone starts beating me, stabbing me. The same goes if I'm in a toilet, in some bar. Still, the space is not going to be much bigger. And the same goes for any closer space. And it will be very close to reality. And here, you will have to just combine very many things that you know about fighting, because this is going to be probably one of the most dynamic situations you can be in. Why we said that you need to combine a lot of the things that you already should know from the training is because here you'll have to use all of it. You see the distance is not much, so you'll have to be very quick in reaction. So your reaction has to be really on point. Knowing some basics from when it comes to attacking with a knife, you'll have to know how to combine long and short ranges, catching the eyes, creating some space, being able to use the whole elevator, and possibly even making some space for even drawing your own weapon, because it's not going to be very easy. All of those things are going to be in what, 7-10 seconds of time? It's not very long period here. And here, all of the training needs to be very perfect for you to be able to do all of these things, because there's many things you need to do when fighting in close and small spaces. So the first point would be just to avoid the fight if we can. If I'm going into the elevator, the door opens and I see a guy that I don't feel comfortable with, I am not very keen to going into the elevator, why should I even just go there? Shouldn't I just lose the 30 seconds and go by stairs? Because if he even steps out to me, it's better to fight on the hallway. But if I can, okay, he wants me to enter, and I'm going away. I will not even enter the elevator, because why? Because I need to save 20-30 seconds by going stairs, or just wait for another lift? No. If you can, and you have some bad feeling about the person standing there, just don't go. So the same goes if I'm already in the elevator and the door opens, and I see this guy just looking at me. Wouldn't it be just better, hey, good day, and just completely go away from the elevator? Even if I have 3 more floors to go down, I would rather going the stairs than thinking about conflict like fighting, stabbings. All of these things I can avoid if I just will not use the elevator and go with stairs. If you don't think like elevator is a place where I could get attacked, think about there's already been cases when in the elevator was robbery, murder, or something like rape. He can stop the elevator. The elevator doesn't have to always be functioning up and down. And even in the position of he really wants to go after me, I step out and he steps out with me on a hallway, I would rather be fighting in more open space. It's a less of a chance that he'll attack me on a hallway than in an elevator where no one hears me and sees me. It's practically a very good place for him to really attack me. I don't have anywhere to go. If you do decide to enter the elevator, now what many people do, and you see typically in every single elevator, is people will stand something like this. Even worse, they are playing on their phone and they don't care what is going behind them. This is a bad position overall, but now I am completely turned and from out of nowhere, even with training, now I'm put myself in even worse position than I could have been. I didn't see him, I already got stabbed like 2 to 3 times before I even started fighting. So just stand with your back to everyone is not a good choice. So if you do decide to be in the elevator, you should be standing something like this, facing the other people, so you can actually see them. Maybe you're thinking, oh, everyone's gonna look at me like I'm... Like again, you went into the elevator with some guy that you have bad feeling about, and now you can actually see me. So if I'm standing like this, my dominant hand is behind me, is it really that good idea to just turn the back on me? You should be standing somewhere where you are maybe scratching yourself, something that if something happens, you are very close to actually fighting back. And even if nothing happens, you actually see the whole situation. You are standing next to a door, so when a conflict happens, if the door opens, you can right away just go. Then being somewhere in the corner and then having to fight through like 3 people before actually getting out of the door. It's going to be way harder for you. So if we would just show the correct way for all, facing the people, looking at me, even if we are talking about here are the buttons for pressing. Of course, you don't want to be just standing there. I could be the one who's pressing, or you can even press it for him. So we are not covering them. But looking at this, you are ready to start. the fight starts. Now it's going to be up to you to be able to combine all of the things, because from here we are standing at relatively further distance in the elevator, so you need to be able to have the basics of I'm attacking and now you're hitting. Then you will need to be able to work with the eyes, because you will have them, you will be able to go for them. Combining short strikes like elbows, because direct hits, when I'm very going on him, have little to no effect. He'll be just slapping me. All the way you will have to be able to control the knife while hitting me, not just fighting for the knife, because you know from our previous videos, just holding it won't do much because I can just go away or just turn my wrist and slice. So always the control, and now choosing the right weapons. Should I go for the eyes or should I just go for some uppercuts maybe, because I do have the space for it, elbows. Those are all the things you need to be able to combine here, because the fight is going to be dynamic and you need to be able to use all of it. You need to be able to use the walls as well. Another video, but use them so I can actually let go of the knife, using the walls for hitting my head. The aspects of the battle are so varied and many things can happen. I can either be further away from him or I really am clinching into him. There's so many things that could be here, grabbing, hair, basically very many things. That's why all the training before will have to kick in here, because now we don't have that much time and it's very close. Because we were always saying hit and fight and flight, in elevator the flight goes away, because no matter how hard you are going to try to create the distance, I will always be somewhere where I can just hit, slice, or even from my knees, I can still continue. So escaping is now not really an option. We can say if you are an experienced fighter, you will just have to completely beat him until I'm falling, and even on the ground, possibly attacking while I'm fighting back, you will have to do it. Even we could be talking about you need to create the space for hitting me a couple of times, like good hit, so you can actually go for your weapon. I'm very squished to the wall, and now he's getting to the weapons, hitting me to the legs and combining it. But he will have to first hit me and then go for a weapon. If you would just try to go for the weapon, there's no much time. It's very close. Try it in training, you'll see there's no possible way of being able to draw first, because you are reacting to my action. I'm not reacting to you. I was the first one who started. One thing to keep in mind, there could be other people. So we are talking, I have a gun and he draws it and we start fighting for it. Like other videos we were saying, there's now many people. Even one shot can just kill someone. Even worse, if I'm grabbing a wrist and you are under stress, you don't have much training, you will just be shooting everyone. Here is just about creating a place where you can safely just shoot me, which is not easy. Most people with guns just shoot at the range, but you know how to fight with a gun, how to create angle. There's so many things. That's what you need to train. All these things, when you were fighting it before for a gun, will come in handy here. It's not just about getting and shooting. Maybe you are choosing a different weapon as opposed to a gun. You'll have something like a baton, but even here, you have to have a lot of training. Even better, if you have already seen our course, you can definitely tell that, okay, we were talking about if you're opening the baton bad way, it can stuck in the elevator. But that's 4 courses. We showed you how to hit, how to open even in closer spaces. So definitely check that course, it will definitely help you in this scenario. But what we are talking about, we still need to create that distance for actually being able to draw. And now it's about, do I know how to hit with the short end? Do I know how to open in this situation? Do I know when to open, how to strike correctly? Because all of these things, where am I hitting, will play a factor in this. That's why we were doing just 4 hours, of course, of just drawing and opening and hitting. Everything here will have to be in the training, because if you don't have it in training, find the space for drawing. When no training, definitely very hard, very, very hard. Practice, that's why we are doing it. Even worse, if you decide in this scenario to have your own knife. We did videos on this. Really, is it a good idea? Definitely not. Don't carry knife into a knife fight. But still, we are talking about, even if you are in the elevator, you are probably going to get stepped first. If you maybe didn't read me well, you were away from me, you were stepping out and then I started. There's a big difference between I have no training and no experience and I will just get stepped and I don't know what to do. I'm just panicking. Or, okay, I got the first step and maybe the first 2, but I know once I get first, I'm fighting back and now I'm creating initiative. That's the difference between I have experience and I have no experience. Getting stepped once or twice in the beginning and stepped 10 times in the beginning. Very big difference. Don't take this video as a complete tutorial. This is how you should fight. There's still many things that we haven't spoken about. Am I not experienced fighter, so should I just fall back and kick? Multiple people, different sizes of elevators. There's so many things that are different in the elevator that it's not about just this video and this is how you do it and we make 4 hours of this, definitely not. This is just some complete basic tutorial, what you should be expecting, and how SORUDO is for the last 25 years looking at fighting against the knife, even in elevator. If you want to know if your training is good, if you are training good principles, try some like closed space and try your techniques then, because if they are not working here, okay, so am I training correctly? So definitely try it. Try this applying to your trainings. You will see. Let us know in the comments what you think we should tell you more about elevators. Maybe you want to see how to use walls. For us, this has been all. Like the video if you did enjoy, share with as many people as you can, and subscribe so you can see more videos like this. We will see you in the next one. Bye.